Agents, you have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series. Open, Chicago with the lead. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Under it, and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh, touchdown Bears!
Time in 6 seasons, it's 1 goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. Right. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this Hump Day edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. Man, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not, please follow us on Facebook. Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Much more. Go to our shows page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning, like that page as well, and you're liking. Now you'll be liking Shawn and Maya as well as Sports Zone Chicago. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, and also click the little bell. That's the notification button anytime, and it'll let you know anytime a show from Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. If you're watching us on our mobile app, wait, come on, please don't tell me that you didn't know we had a mobile app. You gotta be knowing this stuff by now. All right, listen, we have a mobile app. Okay, so listen, go there, go to wherever you get your apps from, wherever you get them from. Whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, Zayre, Zemsky's, Macy's, Montgomery Ward, Woolworth. Okay, wherever you get your apps from, you go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, you take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and Twitter, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. And if you're watching this on our Roku channel, now that's what I'm talking about, baby. I like that kind of party. Listen, Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. All right, so if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a big favor. All right, download Sports Zone Chicago's tile. Download the tile and put it right there, right over there. Put it right over there, all right? Forget about it. Put it right next to Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Prime, HBO Max, Showtime, Stars. Put it right next to there. All right. And you can watch us on the big screen. Hell, we're live Mickey Ficky now. Right now. Check us out on the big screen. And do us a favor. If you have more than one Roku television throughout the house, download it to all of the Roku devices that you do have in the house. All right. Do us that favor. Do us that solid. We'd be appreciative. Thank you. Thank you very much. To borrow a little phrase from Eddie Murphy. Thank you very much. It's from his Raw. Is Raw or Raw? I think it was Eddie Murphy Raw. The preview. The kid was talking when he was young. But anyway, you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, you want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Well, here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at The Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host, Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at The Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IGer and you do it just for the gram, well, then just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. We have a lot of phenomenal show for you. We have a lot to talk about, but we need you to get interactive with us today. So listen, whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up in the thread and we'll put it up here on the screen. And you know what? That, my friends, is what makes this the best Chicago sports talk show around. All right. Is you. Your questions, comments, smart ass remarks, bring them, baby. Bring them, baby. We want all that smoke. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it, bring it. Just bring it. Let's see who we got in the text line already. Woo, we got people lined up. Cornelia Squalls, what up? Papa, good morning. How you doing? Lavette Lee, she's in the house. Good morning, Ma. Thanks for tuning in, my man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. There he is, my man Junior. I mean, Patty Lara's in the Mickey Ficky house. What up, Ma? How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Brandon Schutz getting up early with us this morning. I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you for tuning in. Michelle Walls, happy hump day. I like it. What are you talking about? Brandon Schutz is watching on his Roku TV. Woo! The SuperBack on the big screen. I like it a lot. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. No freaky way. My man Herb Howard's in the Mickey Ficky house. Dude, I concur. Great seeing you yesterday. Got to sit with the little media crowd. I felt all special and important. Hanging with my guy Herb Howard and the big Zach Pearson, my guy. He was there too. I was good to see Alex Shapiro. He was there. I was right next to Brad Biggs. I was like, oh, that's Brad Biggs. The bear guy from the Chicago Tribune. Heavy hitter. Heavy duty, baby. Heavy duty. I was hanging with the big dogs yesterday. It was good to see you, Herb, man. As always, man, much love. And I love love what you do over there with the bigs, baby. I love it. Brandon Schutz is saying he's drinking coffee. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. I'm drinking tea. You drink your coffee, I'll drink my tea. Now, if Armando and if Patty are watching, that means Armando Emeterio Lara the fourth and Jeremiah must be close. I like it. Hey, Dito, Jeremiah, good morning. Good morning, guys. I appreciate it. Wonder if Monica might be watching. She'll probably chime in for a second, too. Great stuff. Great stuff. Keep them coming. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I will tell you this. I do know this. More of the usual suspects will tune in as the show goes on. That, my friends, I can tell you. I don't know a lot about a lot. I know about that. Oh, man. We have, man, let me look at the rundown. I was all fired up today. Excited to talk to you about yesterday. Woo-wee. But first and foremost, hold on. Stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin. I want to wish my for those of you who don't know, my aunt passed away on Thursday. She was my godmother, my mom's best friend. She was 11 months older than my mom. Her birthday is today. She was born August 2nd, 1944. My mom was born July 1st, 1945. So apparently the cave in there, grandma and grandpa had nothing else to do. So they're called Irish twins if you're 11 months within 12 months of each other. But today's would have been her 79th birthday. And I just want to say happy birthday to my tia, my Nina, my godmother. Definitely miss her. It's only been a little less than a week. Our lives definitely are not the same. Let's just say that. There's been a lot of activity going on, but no need to. I digress. Happy birthday to my tia. Happy heavenly birthday. And it was a tough time we were going through initially, but we're getting through it. And I know a lot of people have reached out, but I didn't really put it out there, so not a lot of people know about it. Just my close friends knew about it. But today's her birthday, so we're going to celebrate her birthday. We're going to go by one of her kids' house or grandkids' houses. I'm not sure which one, and have some cake, have dinner and cake for her. So again, happy birthday, Nina. We miss you, and we definitely love you. We got a phenomenal show. Phenomenal show. Let me tell you something. In my best Fire Marshal Bill show, man, we have tons of baseball talk. The trade deadline was yesterday, 5 p.m. Central, and there was a flurry of activity. Man, the Cubs made some moves, not right up at the deadline. They got it done the day before or early yesterday morning, adding some pop to a familiar face, letting a World Series champion go in the process. The Bears had their first padded practice yesterday, which is where I saw my guy Herb yesterday, along with a whole bunch of the other Bears beat writers. Talked to Greg Braggs from CHGO. Good to see him. Alex Shapiro from NBC Sports Chicago. Like I said, Zach Pearson from Bear Report. Saw Nicholas Moriano from CHGO. Brad Biggs from the Sun-Times. It's cool to see. Everybody was all excited. Everybody was pumped up about the Bears' first padded practice, and it looked good. We're going to talk about that, believe you me, but not after baseball talk. That'll be after baseball talk, I should say. Baseball talk, we're going to talk at 9:30. What do the White Sox do? What do the Cubs do? What is Rick Hahn saying now? Oh, man. And then we're going to talk Bears at 10 o'clock. We have a lot of Bears to talk at 10 o'clock because it's whew. Who did the White Sox get rid of? Yeah, that one, Michon, that one hurt. That one hurt a lot. And I usually don't. Even the Chris Sale, I'm like, oh, wow, they traded Chris Sale. That's messed up. But all right, cool, I get it. But that one hurt. It wouldn't let Jose Abreu walk. I'm like, okay, that's fine. That one hurt yesterday. That one hurt. We're gonna hear from Jake Berger as well. It happened at the ballpark. All right, he was getting ready for the game, and it happened. So we're gonna talk about that. Whew. As well as our Bears, their first practice. What do you think? What did you think? Herb's probably up at Ellis Hall right now, if I'm not mistaken. He's probably there, and I appreciate you tuning in, Papa. And because their practice is their second day of padded practices. I will be there on Sunday as well. To go there Sunday. It's going to be a good time. It's just, guys, if you don't know by now, I just love watching football. I love watching football. I love analyzing football. I love dissecting football. I love talking about football. Hell, if I could still play, I'd still play football. I'll put it this way. If I wouldn't get broke, if I wouldn't get broke off into many pieces, I would still play. Okay. I love it. To me, it's the best sport ever. It provided a lot for me. Provided me an opportunity to travel the world, to have some of my best friends. Speaking of small world, how small of a world is it, and what are some of the friendships I had? So yesterday, I'm walking through they have two stands in the two fields right next to Hallis Hall. There are two stands. So I walked up the first one, and I looked down at who do I see? My buddy Paul, my quarterback from the Chargers, who led us to the national championship game in 1999. He and I have been best friends since 98. All right. Me, him, and Junior are like, we're just me, him, and Junior were just inseparable. It was funny. And we're always giving each other a hard time. We're always ripping on each other. Until Paulie's going to retire a Panther. And the firestorm that started. Oh my goodness. It's just crazy. So I see him and he's head of security. His security company got a contract with the Bears, and then his brother, who was like 16 when we won the national championship, is also working security. And his dad worked security for him, but he wasn't there. He's usually in an office building. So I was like, holy cow, crazy. So he's like, so I call him. I'm leaning over like, Paul. He's like, oh shoot, get out. And as soon as he says that, I hear a voice from the from the stands like, hey, Shawn. I turn. It's my guy Terrell Rockamore. Big 6'9". He was a defensive tackle for us. Played a little tight end for us as well. And we all played together. Me, Paul, Terrell, Junior. You know, it was you're stupid. We were always giving Paul. We were giving each other slack, right? We were just giving each other grief all the time. That's an inside joke. I'll tell you about it in a second. And so Paul's like, come around to the side. So we came down the stands and just kind of we're in between stands and we're just talking. We're just catching up. He hadn't seen Terrell. Wow, probably since he left. So he went in 2001. So it's probably been 20 years since he saw Terrell. And then Terrell went said hello to Nick, his brother. Hadn't seen him since about the same time. So it was great, man. And football is awesome. Like I said, the memories, the friendships, the victories, the wins, the losses, the practices, the hanging out. So this is why, for me, football is the most is the best sport ever. Basketball people might have their view. Baseball people might have their view, and that's fine. But for me, yeah, football is it. But anyway, guys, you know how we do. You know how we kick it off. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Man, oh man, what did we do here? What do we do here? Let's get rid of this one. Silly. Man, first top of the morning topic. Let's not even get it. Let's start with that beat down. What the hell, Bobby? The Cubs with an ass whooping. Whoo, Charlie. The Cubs with a big ass whooping yesterday at Wrigley. They destroyed the first place Reds. And I think that, to me, was the most... That was the takeaway, the biggest takeaway. It's the first place team. They're 9 games above 500. The Cubs, who are at 500, knocked the ever-living dog snot out of the Revs yesterday. 20-9. Justin Steele, he got the win. He was 12-3. He's now 12-3 on the season. He went 6 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, and 6 punchdowns. Dansby Swanson, you see on the picture provided by Marquis. He was 2 for 4 with 2 home runs, his 14th and 15th, driving in 5 RBIs for a total of 50 on the season. Belly bomb again. Dude, is this guy going to be cha-ching stupid loaded with a crazy contract after this season or what? He went 3 for 6 with a homer, his 16th of the season, driving in 3 RBIs on the day. Tachman was 2 for 3 with a homer, his 6th, driving in 4 RBIs. Totaling 38 on the season, and newly acquired Candelario, Jamer Candelario. He was 4 for 5 with a double, his 31st. Can I just tell you? This Cubs team is focused. They are locked and loaded. They're ready. They understand. They're going to make a push. They're definitely going to make a push at the playoffs. They're fired up about it. They're excited about it. Okay, because they didn't waste any time. All right, what they did at the trade deadline was right before it. They acquired third baseman Jamer Candelario. Jaimer. I want to say it properly. Jaimer Candelario from third baseman. He was part of the 2016 World Series. He played World Series team. He played 6 games, I believe, for that team. They brought him over in, trying to remember. But I'll tell you what, they aren't wasting any time. He came in, he was 4 for 5 yesterday. To make room for him, they DFA'd. It's designated for assignment. Basically, that means they cut him. Trey Mancini, even though he signed a 2-year, $14 million deal, they're on the hook for that. They are on the hook for that. Mr. Shiordi, what up, buddy? Good morning, Papa. Yeah, Cornelius, they gave him a beat down. And your Astros went to work too. They picked up a nice piece yesterday as well. Oof. It's going to be an interesting playoff run this year. It's going to be an interesting playoff run as we get to the home stretch. August is a home stretch, baby, and it's going to Cub fans got to be. They got to be. They have to be. All right. Game 2 tonight at Wrigley. Drew Smiley. He's on a bump for the Cubs. He's 8-7 with a 4.50 ERA going against Williamson. He's 3-2 with a 4.48 ERA. Now let's go to the bad stuff. The White Sox. Yeah. Our White Sox, they fall 2-0 to the Texas Rangers. And I'll tell you what, to only be 2-0. This is one of the highest scoring teams in baseball. All right, Schulten's got the start yesterday. He's been doing it all. All right, he's been short relief, middle relief, spot starts. He got the start yesterday, and he got the loss. He's 1-4 on the year. He went 6 innings, 3 hits, an earned run. He's only 1 home run he gave up, a walk and 6 punch-outs. Tim Anderson was 1-for-4. Yohan Moncada was 1-for-4. Unfortunately, that's about all the highlights for yesterday's game. There were only 3 White Sox hits yesterday, so wasn't very nice. But game 2 is tonight. Game 2 is tonight down in Arlington. And as you see, our guy Dylan Cease, he's on the bump for the good guys. He's 4-4 with a 4.15 ERA. He's going against former White Sox hurler Dane Dunning. Remember, we got Dane Dunning in from the Nationals in the Adam Eaton trade. He's 8-4 with a 3.28 ERA. That game's tonight. First pitch tonight is 7:05. You can catch that on NBC Sports Chicago on the TV side and 1000 AM on the radio side. Dane Dunning. There was a lot that we liked about him. I liked about him. But now to the even sadder part. At the trade deadline yesterday, the White Sox traded Jake Berger. You know, that really hurt. This picture's from 670 to score. You see that up here. They traded him to the Florida Marlins for pitching prospect Jake Eater. He's a number 4 prospect in their system. This guy, left-handed pitcher, is supposed to be legit, but he's a prospect. Prospects are just that, just prospects. So we're going to see how that plays out. That hurt. I told you this one hurt me. This one hurt me. I think it hurt me because of the struggles and the journey that Jake has been through. The 2017, they drafted him, first round pick. Tore his Achilles tendon. Okay. Has the surgery. He's rehabbing. Tears it again while he's rehabbing. Man, that's tough. That's tough. And then he's been very open and honest and forthcoming about the depression he sunk into during that time. All right, he didn't know if he was ever going to make it to the show. If he was ever going to make it to the big leagues. Okay, this is what he'd been working for his entire life, and then he had 2 horrendous setbacks. Same Achilles. Okay, he's a fan favorite. You know, and what's crazy is if you missed it the other day, I told you this year he was my aunt's favorite White Sox. He was her favorite. She always called him Cheeseburger, like Ozzy, because she's a big Ozzy fan. I told you the last words I heard from her when was she called me as I'm going to get the car that night, Wednesday night. And she's like, Burger hit a home run. Cheeseburger hit a home run. And I was like, oh, no way. So I just checked my phone. Like, that's awesome. So it was tough, man. It was tough to see him go. We'll talk about that in a few moments. But yeah, Burger Bomb is gone. And that hurts. That hurts a lot. You know, this is courtesy of the White Sox. You know, Kenyon Middleton, he was traded as well. It was tough. It was tough. But listen, let's take a quick break. All right. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk baseball, Cubs, Sox, trade deadline. There's a lot to dive into here. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
Yeah, hello. I'm really not sure if this is what you all do, but I really don't have anywhere else to turn.
Hi. I don't even know why I'm calling right now. I'm sorry. My thoughts are going a mile a minute.
My kids are out of state. My buddies from the army are all gone now. I'm really alone.
I left the service last year. My mom just passed away a few months ago. I miss so much time with her. I keep getting calls about the bills, and I'm trying to get a job, but I feel so stuck.
Okay, ma'am. I'm glad you called.
Okay, sir. Let's stay on the line and walk through some things.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Second and third, nobody out. And Swanson drills that one right field. That's back, and that is... Here's Bellinger, RBI single his first time, man at third. Swing and a high fly ball, right field, way back, look out!
All in the leadoff spot.
And Mike drills that one out towards left center field, way back, out of here! One out. In the air, center field. Friedel back, near the wall, into the basket and gone! Deep drive left field. That one on its way. And Nico will touch them all. 14.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. As you saw those clips courtesy of the Marquee Network. There was a fight at the bat rack yesterday at Wrigley Field in the Cubs dugout. They could not get to the plate fast enough. It was an ass whooping. 2 touchdowns and a field goal for the Cubs. The Reds missed their extra point, a touchdown and a field goal. No contest from Jump Street. The Cubs are locked in, man. The Cubs are locked in. They're still 8-2 in their last 10 games. They keep winning. They took Cody Bellinger off the trade block yesterday or the other day, 2 days prior, showing they're going to be buyers. They end up going to get Heimer Candelario. Okay, former Cub. They're ready. All right, they're trying to make a run, and it's. If you're a Cub fan, you got to be excited. And trust me, you're not Cubs. You're not thinking you're going to win the World Series. I hope you're not. All right. But getting to the postseason is always, that's the main goal. All right. Especially when you have a competitive team. The main goal is to get to the playoffs because at that particular point, anything can happen. They're definitely not favored to win. First of all, they got to win the division first. Or if they can get in by the wild card, which I don't think they will due to the NL East. But, yeah. Whew. So you got Atlanta is running away with it, 648. It's the best team in baseball. The one the White Sox just took 2 out of 3 from last week. Yeah, that team. And then Philadelphia's 9 games above. Miami 6 games above 500. So you got there's 3 teams, top 3 teams in the NL East probably are looking at a playoff spot. So the Cubs have to win the division. They are 4 back from Cincinnati. Getting playoff experience is good. You get a lot of youngsters who are going to benefit from it. Cody Bellinger's value might even go up more if he shows out in the playoffs like he's done in the regular season. Whew, man, it's a good time. I don't know if you Cub fans were ready for this or expecting this. You thought maybe there'd be another year, but it's here. All right. I'm still waiting for all those jamokes who are yelling "Fire David Ross." I don't really know where they're at. If you know where they're at, can you please show them? Tell them we're waiting for them. All right, waiting for them to chime in. Leave something on the thread on the text line. Let's do us that favor. Where are they all? Where are all the Fire David Ross people? I don't know where they're at. The Cubs are on fire. Cubs are on fire, and this goes to show you what a good culture in a locker room does, what an increase in talent does, and not just talent. World Series veteran talent. And I know Trey Mancini was one of the guys. Okay, Eric Hosmer was another guy. Okay, Cody Bellinger, obviously. And Trey Mancini and Hosmer didn't work out. Okay, that's fine. But they still contributed to the atmosphere, the culture in that clubhouse. And you don't need a great clubhouse, but it helps. Okay? You can have a situation where you don't get along with a lot of the team doesn't get along. There's different factions, but if you're all about winning, it'll work. Again, it makes it easier if you're all on the same page and you get along, and you're all about winning. Makes it much easier. And right now, the Cubs seem to be all on the same page, and they're all about winning. That you can easily say is evident. All right. So now what do they want to do with Seiya Suzuki? All right, they got to move him down the lineup, I presume. That's what I would do. But you got a nice big bat with Heimer Candelario in the lineup now. Nice day at the office yesterday. What did I say? It's 4 for 5. Is he 4 for 5 yesterday? Yeah, 4 for 5 with a double. let's look at this lineup. Let's look at this lineup. You have where's the box score from yesterday? Let's check this out. Up here. No. Oh, there we go. Their lineup, your lineup here is Tuckman, 2 for 3. Nico Horner, 3 for 6. Ian Happ, 1 for 3. Wisniewski, no, the pinch hitter. Never mind. Cody Bellinger, 3 for 6. Dansby Swanson, 2 for 5. Patrick Wisdom came in. He was 1 for 1. Candelario, who played first base, he was 4 for 5. Chris Morrell, DH in left field. He was 1 for 5. Nicky 2 strikes. Nicky Madrigal, he was 2 for 4. And Tucker Barnhart was 1 for 5. It's a nice little lineup all of a sudden. That's a nice little lineup all of a sudden. You throw that big bat in the middle. This is a situation where now, Morrell is protected by him. He's protected by Morrell. There's a lot of good stuff here with the acquisition of Jaime Candelario for the Cubs. They're obviously showing that they are going for it. What do you think? Are you happy? Because you do realize you're not going to win the Super Bowl. You're not going to win the World Series. But it's always great to get to the postseason. Yeah, Miguel. First of all, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Second of all, I'll be blaspheming on here. I just got to talk about him. I'm just kidding. I'm just busting your chops, Papa. Would you rather have sold pieces and got prospects back? Because you're not, are you going to get out of the first round? You can. Don't get me wrong. There's a slight possibility you could get all the way to NLCS. And if you get to the NLCS, all bets are off. Once a team gets to the championship game or the league, the Final Four, so to speak, all bets are off. Now, it's a little different with baseball and basketball because it's a 7-game series. If it was a 1-game series, like a 1-game event, then anything can happen. But I'll tell you what, to get to that particular point, here's why it would not surprise me if the Cubs got there. I'm not predicting them to get there. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me. Here's why. They're in playoff mode now. The Cubs are in playoff mode now. They are not taking shit from anybody. And that's where you have to be when you're behind the 8 ball and here's probably what happened. David Ross said, here is the course we have to take. We got to go in and whoop everybody's ass. We got to win every series, sweep a few of them, but we got to win every series from here on out. No ifs, ands, or buts. We got to win every series. Sweep a couple, and we'll get the division. Probably what he told them, because they're coming out with a sense of urgency. This is a type of thing that I would have loved on the South Side. Come out with a sense of urgency. Come out like your hair's on fire. Like you want to win. Like there is something important that you're playing for. The Cubs have done that. They're all in. They're all in with David Ross. They're all in with Cody Bellinger, Marcus Stroman. They're all in. They went out and got a big bat to put smack dab in the middle of that lineup to give them more power. It's going to be one hell of an August. If the Cubs keep playing at this clip, keep winning 8 out of 10, They'll be in first place in no time. They'll be in first place in no time. Because, let me see. I want to make sure before I misspeak. After the Cubs have the Reds, they go great. They're at home for the Braves for 3. Okay, that's a nice matchup. If you take 2 out of 3 from them, remember they're in first place. Oh, let me double check. Yeah, they just have the best record in baseball. They do have the best record in baseball. They're in NL East. Can you take 2 out of 3 from them? We'll see. Then they got the Mets. All right, the Mets are struggling. 6 games under. Cubs are now 1 game over. After the Mets, you got the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays just lost Bo Bichette, Dante Bichette's son. They're shortstop. There was talk about the Sox or them contacting the Sox to trade for Tim Anderson, but that never came to fruition. Then they got 2 at home against the White Sox, which unfortunately I think they're going to sweep again. Then they have Kansas City Royals for 3, the Tigers for 3, and the Pirates for 3. Cubs aren't playing around. Cubs are all in. They've shown their fan base. They've told their players. All right, when you tell your players, when you pull Belly off the trade block, it says something to your team, to everybody in that locker room, in that clubhouse. We're in. Let's do it. Because playoff seasons, and although common for some, it's very difficult to make the playoffs. Some teams make it look so easy. It's really not. It's really not. Not when it's a grind like this. So I hope the Cubs are able to get to the playoffs for you Cub fans. All right, make some noise. And most importantly, I hope you sign Cody Bellinger in the offseason. Now, what are you going to do? I mean, he's going to be asking for a lot of money, but hell, you got it. You can pay it. And I don't mean to be counting someone else's money, but I'm counting someone else's money. You got the money to pay this dude. I mean, imagine Cody Bellinger in center, Ian left in Happ. Ian left in Happ. Ian Happ in left. You got 2 Gold Glove winners in the outfield. Hopefully, Seiya Suzuki can step up. Because we're not giving you Oscar Colas. So they're sitting in a very, very comfortable position right now. A position that they're comfortable with moving forward for this push. Not just for the playoffs, a wild card spot, but for the division. They're set. You know, this is the last time they play Cincinnati. The last time. And it's going to be contingent on what Milwaukee does because they're a half game back. The Cubs, after this, they can find themselves 2 games out. If they win the next 2. If they split, then there'll still be 4 out. Really, really good position the Cubs have put themselves in. On the south side, well, that's another story. You know, Rick Hahn yesterday, so he addressed the media yesterday, and this guy is something else. I am, again, I was wrong about him. I was a big supporter. I trusted him, and he let his ego ruin this White Sox team. He said this yesterday, quote, "It was very clear that 2023 wasn't going the way any of us intended. None of us wanted to be in this position, but we all felt very good about what we were able to accomplish." Unquote. What the hell were we able to accomplish? What were we able to accomplish? What did you feel good about? See, this is bullshit coach speak, front office speak. What did you feel good about? What the hell did you accomplish? Oh, according to Chris DeLuca in the Sun-Times, he writes, what they accomplished in the last few days was trading Lucas Giolito, Lance Lynn, Ray Lopez, Kendall Graveman, Kenyon Middleton, and Joe Kelly. Oh, yeah, by the way, plus the guy who led the team in homers, Jake Berger. In return, they got a number of prospects and a 32-year-old Trace Thompson. Yes, that's Clay's brother, who is hitting 155. So what have you been able to accomplish? You know, I told you it hurt. That one hurt yesterday. That Jake Berger trade hurt. All right, because of his journeys, because of his struggle. I explained those to you. And it hurt him too. It hurt him too. You know, he's got a lot of friends in the organization that believed in him when there were times that he may not have believed in himself. When he went through a depression. Let's listen to Jake talk about the trade. This is moments after he was notified of him being traded.
It happened really fast, you know, and it's been a long journey with the organization. A lot of good memories, a lot of bad memories. So really good memories here, and you know, my son got to see me play in a White Sox jersey first. You know, so. But on the flip side of that, you know, I'm going to Miami and you know, get to play, make a push for the playoffs, and, you know, in the wild card hunt. You know, I'm really excited to, you know, play my heart out for Miami as well.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. I apologize. Let me play that one more time. That video. That one was courtesy of Darryl Van Schouwen from the White Sox. A mistake.
It happened really fast, you know, and it's been a long journey with the organization. A lot of good memories, a lot of bad memories. So really good memories here, and you know.
Oh, my apologies. That was put the wrong banner up. That was from Darryl Van Schouwen, the White Sox writer for the Sun-Times, and he was in the tunnel. You know, and you could tell he was hurt. This is the organization that drafted him. All right, that stood by him. This is the organization that, you know, believed in him when he didn't believe in himself, and got him to this point. Got him to believe in himself. Got him to the point where he's with 25 homers. Actually, I think he's second in the team behind Lubov. I don't think he's first. And to be gone hurts. Yeah, Lewis is 29. 29 homers. It's tough. You know, you forget, and you understand there's a business side to it, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt when it happens. It doesn't mean that at all. And some people are befuddled by it. Like yesterday, on NBC Sports Chicago, Ryan McGuffey, he's been on the show a couple of times. He's on the White Sox Talk podcast. He was vexed.
It's just not fair. It's not fair to the, like, people who cover the team, the job that you do every single day on this set for 162, including tonight.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to the fans. It's not. It's not fair to the fans that they have to sit here and go, how should I feel good about a guy that I was invested in, Jake Berger, if the same people are like, if it's just.
It's funny. The same people that brought us Jake Berger just traded him away.
So, I mean, we don't.
I don't know why
I'm
laughing.
We don't even know.
I want to cry.
We don't even know if they're on the same page.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Why does Rick Hahn get to do this shit again? And then he talks about he's going to be able to fix it for next year. Next year? What makes you think you're going to be back next? Oh, shoot. I forgot. You work for Jerry Reinsdorf. I forgot. But this guy doesn't deserve to rebuild this. He doesn't. Because he let his ego get in the way. If it got in the way once, it'll get in the way again. And I hate to quote Oprah, but I'm going to quote Oprah. I don't know if she said it or Gail said it, but I think it was Oprah who said it. When people show you who they are the first time, believe them. Believe them. And you've already seen now that ego is a huge part of Rick Hahn. It will get in Rick Hahn's way. It will cloud his judgment. His ego will make the decisions for you. When you look at the team that they played, the Texas Rangers, they didn't even interview Bruce Bochy, their manager. Mr. Soto, don't you dare blaspheme on this show. Hail to the Mickey Ficky no. I'll go pick another team in baseball before I go to that fan base. Good morning, Mr. Soto. Good to talk to you, Papa. Thanks for tuning in. But you're going to give this guy another shot? What if he developed? It seems like he's good at acquiring talent. He's not good at finding someone to lead that talent. Or he just refuses to let his ego fall to the wayside and do what's best for this team. Because there's no other reason. Why do you not interview Bruce Bochy? What's the reason for that last year? What was the little shenanigans, that farce of an interview for Ozzy? It's for him. What don't you know about him? It's either you want to hire him or you don't. If you bring him in for an interview, it's to hire him. You know what his resume is. You know what he's going to do. Joe Girardi, another one. Even Joe Madden. Nope. And don't tell me, when I say they needed a World Series winning manager and someone brings up Tony, you're going to get slapped in the face. That's like saying, you know what? Put Frank Thomas at first. No, Frank Thomas is done. His time is over. And so was Tony's. Tony made some good decisions, got him to the playoffs. Just like Frank Thomas would have some hits, a couple homers, but he's not going to be the Frank Thomas of old. Because he's removed from the game. Like Tony was removed from the game. He was not in the managerial seat. He went up into the front office. He was an advisor. So spare me with we got a World Series winning manager in Tony. Bringing someone out of retirement. You know what it reminds me of? Gladiator. When they brought the gladiator out of retirement. And he was supposed to end Maximus's run. And he didn't. He ended up dying. Actually, no. He ended up being spared. But he lost, basically. He lost. And that's the moral. So Rick Hahn gets another shot at the apple? For real? For real? For real? For real? And then you tell us you'll change it by next season? Come on, man. Don't look me in the eye, piss on my shoes, and tell me it's raining, bro. We fell for the banana in the tailpipe once. We fell for it once. I'm not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe again. That's for damn sure. I'm not. I got 2 more Sox games I think I'm going to. One of them is the concert. Vanilla Ice, Tone Loc, and who is it? Tone Loc and one more. I'm going to that one. Raw Bass. There you go. Raw Bass, Tone Loc, and Vanilla Ice. That Sox game I'm going to. And then maybe one more. And that's it. Getting cheap seats. They're all going to be cheap at that point. I'll go get them on the secondary market, so I'll pay less than face value. But you have to be freaking kidding me. You have to be freaking kidding me with what they're doing. And expect us, fans, to continue going to the games, continue buying merchandise. If I do buy Sox merchandise, I'll buy it from a buddy of mine. So they don't get any revenue. Not giving that franchise any more money. It's an embarrassment. 2 teams going in different directions. We're supposed to be right in the middle of our World Series run. And we just dismantled this. We're trying to dismantle this team. When's TA going to leave? Are they going to trade him in the offseason? Dylan Cease in the offseason? Is that what's coming? Is that what is coming up next? Because that's what it looks like. You're going to keep Yo-Yo. Nobody wants him. $24 million for the production he had this year, the last few years? Nope. No, thank you. He's making $24 million? Nope. Are you going to DFA Yo-Yo? Yeah. It's crazy. Well, listen, we got to take a quick break. And on the other side of the break, we're going to switch gears and have some Bears talk. All right? Some Bears talk. I'm looking forward to that. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Off the fake. Fields against the grain. Finds Jesse James. Field. With time. Delivers down the field. And Cowboys. Still running. Fake one way. Fields stumbling. Trying to cut it back. Justin Fields making magic happen. There goes Fields. Touchdown.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Everybody in a work zone is someone somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
Here's my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
Order up. When I want to give up, I try to focus on getting to the next minute, then the next hour, and the next day.
It might not seem like it right now, but there are people out there like me who want to listen and support you for the long haul.
And I found someone to talk to, someone who listened.
You are not alone.
Hey, this is Dr. J, and I listen to Shawn and Maya in the morning.
I would like to take a moment to remind you of a young man that I fear you may have forgotten. Once upon a time, he was the #1 prospect in his high school class. He was a spot ahead of Trevor Lawrence. Then he threw 67 touchdowns and 9 interceptions in college and led his teams to the playoff both seasons that he started. Of course, you know who I'm talking about. He's Justin Fields. And it's understandable if all those things have slipped your mind based on what has happened since. Because starting in Week 7 last season, while he was running for his life and throwing to a receiving core that can at best be called pedestrian, Fields had the 4th best QBR in the league, behind only Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and Josh Allen. The people of Chicago have been waiting all of their lives, like a century plus, for what they are finally about to have. Write it down. Justin Fields is going to be the next superstar quarterback in the NFL.
Has that not been what I've been saying? Has that not been what I've been saying? But you still have people, oh, we got to see. He's got to do this. He's got to do that. You know, I'm looking at watch this throw. People, and I remember this vividly from last year. Watch this throw to Darnell Mooney. Okay, it's against the Lions, I believe. All right, they're like the 15 or so. Justin throws it downfield, catches, he splits it. We have Adam Amin talking. He breaks the tackle. Watch this throw. Just watch this throw. And I'm going to tell you what people were saying about this throw. Watch it.
Off the fake. Fields against the grain. Finds Jesse James. Field. With time. Delivers down the field.
That throw. There were people that I argued with that said it should have been more over the outside, his outside shoulder. There were people arguing that throw could have been a little more to the outside. I'm like, do you realize that's an over 50-yard throw that hit him in the outside number? You saw the ball came, poop, right in his outside number. This dude is the real deal. And in practice yesterday, I was able to see him. All right. They're in goal line. You can tell this is the back of the end zone. The stands with the covered, with the awning, so you can stay out of the sun. This is another play while they're down there. And let me tell you something. So here's what they did. They went goal line. I got there late. All right, I had situations here that I got a late start. And the defense played well yesterday. The defense played really well. They scored 3 plays in a row on the goal line. First play, it's like 22 personnel, fullback. It wasn't a card blasting game. I didn't see who it was. Two tights. Might even have been 3 tights. Might have been 23 personnel. 25 lead, or lead off the left side. Punched it in. Touchdown. Same thing. Next time. Other side. 24 lead. Punched it in. Touchdown. Third time. Wide zone. Punched it in. Touchdown. So I was happy. You're going to big on big. Nothing fancy down the goal line. I like it. I understand it's scripted. I get it. But they're doing this to figure out, okay, do we have the cojones? Do we have the grit and the grind, the toughness to get 1 yard or 2 yards, wherever they were, where it was they're on goal line. And I liked it a lot. But the defense had a nice day as well. You're going tomorrow? I'm going Sunday. If I can get a ticket for tomorrow, I may go tomorrow. Something I got to do tomorrow, though. I don't know. If any of you have any extra tickets that you're not using for tomorrow and wouldn't mind, hey, I'll definitely head up there. If I do with Mr. Soto, we'll definitely link up. But I need 2 tickets for tomorrow. And I'm going Sunday. Watch this. You know, I'm cool as long as you're producing Chase Claypool. I'm okay. Watch a couple of these plays from yesterday. Just don't get you excited, man. I don't know what will.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air. Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never meant to you to stop now. You can hear me, you know, but the homies that ain't making it, my folks locked down. I'm not nowhere.
That got me fired up. That interception from Brisker was dope. Came off the hash. Man. Came off the hash. Look at this. Still picture. Whoop. Knocks the receiver off. And if you saw the ref, look at this. If you saw the ref initially said it was incomplete. But if you watch it again, you know what? Let's watch it again. Why? Because I want to watch it again. That got me fired up.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air. Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never meant to you to stop now. You can hear me, you know, but the homies that ain't making it, my folks.
So you see that left knee comes down inbound. So it would have been a pick. Beautiful. I'm loving it. It was PJ Walker, I want to say. He picked that. That wasn't Justin Fields. It was PJ Walker, I believe. But that dude is really going to he's going to take a big step forward. He's really comfortable. he's really, really, really comfortable back there. Was it Tariq Stevenson yesterday? There was Ejax with another pick. I want to say yesterday. I think Stevenson tipped it and they got it. As soon as I had gotten there is when it was happening. Defense, the secondary played good. Secondary was extremely impressive yesterday. Extremely impressive. You know, they were the strength of this defense last year, and they got better. They got better. Brandon, training camp is at Hallis Hall. 1920 West, a 1920 football drive. You can't drive there. You have to drive to Hawthorne Mall, and they actually have buses, shuttle buses that'll take you from the mall to Hallis Hall. You get off, just walk in. What I saw yesterday, I liked. I liked a lot. I like it a lot. I saw the one thing that I wish would have been a little better would have been the pass pro. Okay. Justin Fields was moved off his spot a lot more times than I would have liked. Still made the throws. I mean, he stepped up. So if it was from the right side, he step up in the pocket, turn to the right. If it came from the left, you step up, go to the left. One thing I did like is that he's able to step up. He's able to step up. And this is what the Bears are doing on defense. If you can't, so I'm happy with the front three. Tevin Jenkins, Nate didn't play yesterday. I'm trying to remember who had a spot. And Cody Whitehair. They were able to hold those front three. Those front three were able to hold the middle of the line. So Justin could step up and go left or right. I was happy about that. I just wasn't happy that he had to step up and move from side to side. I wanted a little more from the defensive line. In one-on-ones, they did well. They got a little bit of pressure, like I said, in 7-on-7. But trust me, you're not touching Justin Fields. You're not touching Justin Fields. But the O&D line looked good. Javon Dexter, I remember on one play, it was they were doing one-on-ones. And I think it looked like he was the one tech on this particular play because where we were sitting, there's a field in front of us, then there's a field further away from us. That's where the O-line, D-line one-on-ones were going on. Javon Dexter on one play. All right, they snap the ball and they're rushing to the quarterback. And, of course, my landscaping guy has to come right outside my window. So they're on the one-on-one, and Javon Dexter gets through. He comes through, comes off the ball. Good explosion. But he's caught. Look, I don't know if it was Tyree Carter or whatever. Tyree Carter or whoever it is has him. And like, okay. I wish he would have won that one, but we'll see. Maybe the next one. After like 2 steps, after he explodes and gets caught, 2 steps, his feet don't stop moving. It reminded me of a cartoon. You know the cartoon when they all jump on some guy and they're like, and all of a sudden it's like, and everyone goes flying? That's what Javon Dexter did yesterday. He was stuffed, he was moving, he was ripping, and all of a sudden gave like a flipper. Boom. Offensive lineman took a step back, didn't fall, took a step back, but now Javon Dexter was free. Tagged the coach who was holding the ball, and I was like, holy cow. Holy cow. So if he's a one tech, this is the type of stuff that you may be getting. I don't want to say on a regular basis, but it's the stuff that you're going to be getting soon. I liked it a lot. Khalil Herbert looked well yesterday. The wide receivers looked good yesterday. You saw Chase Claypool. That was one play. And you know what? So this guy, one of the guys that I know, Rashad Kennedy, got it. So he was, spare me. Something like spare me. Spare me. He took this. All right, let me see if I can get this. All right. Here. Let's see if I can get this. So this was a play. So watch this. This is DJ Moore. See the catch in the middle, and boop, he's gone. 50, 40, 30, 20. One more time. From the top of your screen, you can see it. Whoop, comes in, quick slant, takes it. All right, never mind. I can't stay. I have reservations for 6. Okay. Dude, that was dope. That was dope. We have not had someone like that in a long time. This dude is special. This dude is special. And I talked about why they're going to be good. They are each other's missing piece. DJ Moore has averaged 1,000 yards. He had 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. In his 5 seasons with Carolina, he has 5,000 yards, just over 5,000 yards, which would be the most yards as a Chicago in the history of Chicago Bears wide receivers. And he had busters thrown to him. Busters. Old Cam Newton, PJ Walker. They have Baker Mayfield. A couple other jamokes. It still comes through with 3 1,000-yard seasons, 5,000 yards a season. He never had a legit quarterback to throw to. Now he does. On the flip side, Justin Fields never had a number 1 receiver here to throw to. He didn't have a Garrett Wilson. He didn't have a Chris Olave. He didn't have a Marvin Harrison Jr. He's got one now. He's got one now. This is going to be exciting. If he could take a slant like that and just take it to the house. And you saw Eddie Jackson had the angle on him. He just took it. How crazy would that be if that happens 2 or 3 times this season? Just a slant and says, deuces, I'm out. How crazy would that be? How mind-blown would Chicago be to have this combination? Justin Fields throws a 7-yard slant route, and DJ Moore takes it to the house from 53 yards away. He has an extra 53 yards for a house call. That changes field position like that. This is what the Bears have not had in a long time. The ability to change field position in one play. Tyler Scott, another person who can do that same thing. We have field changers. We got big play guys. We have a quarterback who's salivating and can't wait to get the ball to these big play guys. Justin's going to be in his bag. Justin is going to be a huge surprise to some of us, not to all of us. I'm not going to be surprised at what he does. This dude, winner. You heard Mike Greenberg. From week 7 of last year, week 7, to the end of the year, he had the 4th best QBR. Behind Mahomes, Hurts. I didn't hear who he said. Was it Josh Allen? Justin Herbert? One of those two. I want to say it was Josh Allen. The 4th best QBR from week 7 on, after week 7, week 8 through week 17, for 10, 11 weeks. 10 weeks. For 10 weeks, the last 10 weeks of the season, he had the 4th best QBR. So when people are talking about, I don't know if he can pass, we got to see if he can, he has the 4th best QBR at the end of the season. But you still want to make up this bullshit narrative that he can't throw. He's got to work on his throws. He's got to do this. He's got to do that. The 4th best QBR with a, what do you say, a pedestrian? No, I say a shitty receiving core. Darnell Mooney was out. Chase Claypool had to learn the system. Your top targets were EQ St. Brown, Dante Pettis. You didn't throw to my guy N'Keal Harry. I don't know why, but that's a whole other issue. The 4th best QBR. All the things are adding up. All the things are lining up. There's going to come a point in time where you have no more excuses to say, well, Justin Fields is this, Justin Fields is that, Justin needs to work on this, Justin needs to work on that. There's going to be no more time for that bullshit. You're not going to be able to say it. What are you going to do then? Haters, what are you going to do then? You know, now he's got to do what Mahomes does. Give him time. Give him time. What they're doing here is they're accentuating the run game. They are overloading on the run game, which I love. Because now you got, remember I told you, each running back is fighting for something. So you're going to get the best out of them. Oh, yeah, and by the way, Justin Fields can run as well. Justin Fields can run as well. I don't know if you remember last year, he did pretty good running the ball. Yeah. So what are all those Justin haters, detractors? Well, if you haven't seen it consistently. You haven't seen it consistently. Okay. Explain his QBR, the 4th best in the NFL from week 8 to the end of the season, for the last 10 weeks of the season. Explain that. He didn't play in week 17. So for him, 9. Explain that. Because we'll wait. I'm telling you, this is going to be so freaking fun. And I double down on 10 wins. Double down on it. See, the part of the issue, the biggest issue is that you're Chicago Bears football fans. You're scarred. There's PTSD, and I understand it. I understand it wholeheartedly. However, look what has been done. And I've told you what to look for. I told you what to look for. I told you why these things are important. Moves by Ryan Poles. Upgrade the offensive line. That buys him time. I said Nate Davis wasn't in there yesterday, but it was still, pressure was still coming from the outside, which is fine. Just step up. But see, Justin steps up and he goes to the side. Why? Because now he's a dual threat. Now, if there's nothing, he can run. So I get it, and that's okay. Until he misses guys, after he steps up and moves out of the pocket, until he misses guys, I have no problem with him stepping up and getting to the outside, breaking contain, getting out on the edge. Because now he's a dual threat quarterback, and you know what happens when he runs the ball. But you also saw yesterday when he stood in the pocket how he hit DJ Moore quick, fast, in a hurry. So I want to hear all the Justin haters. Oh, he needs to work on this. He needs to work on that. Okay. Then explain to me this QBR being the fourth best QBR for the last 9 weeks of the season for him. Explain that. And now his receiving core is upgraded. His receivers have more confidence and more comfort in the offense. You've got running backs who are good coming out of the backfield. Explain to me how much worse you think he's going to be, or if you don't think he's going to take a big step forward as far as improvement. Explain to me why. You know what he did yesterday? I thought was so cool. So they were moving everybody out there. 2 stands. Everyone had to leave on this side. There were 2 stands. I was on the far side when hanging out with Herb and the other media guys. So they went in. And we're walking. And they bring people up. They bring it up. They're talking to the team. And then they break off. Practice is over. Some of the fat boys, they go, the big linemen, they go and they sign autographs and shit. And it's cool to feel wanted and loved and everything. Have people. I know, I get it. I was there. I get it. Let me just say this Mother Hubbard is a mountain of a man. I didn't realize how big this dude was. So I got to stand next to him, like, holy shit, dude. So we're the last ones, and as I'm leaving, the second stands have to go down and get to the first stands and then come back, go up and down the first set of bleachers. I'm on there. I'm talking to my guy Nick, my buddy Paul's brother, who's working with security with him. We're just talking. I'm like, I'm not trying to get his, I just got the cool pictures of Justin. Well, I should have done that. But he's over there doing something else on the far field. All right. Tyler Scott's catching punts. One of the other guys is working on special team stuff on punt block, how he's kicking back and blocking. Okay, fanning out for the punt. He's working. Guys are working on stuff. Good 15 minutes goes by. I look over. No, Justin. Darnell Mooney was over there. And then I don't know if it was Tevin Jenkins or one of the offensive linemen. They started having the crowd over in that corner start yelling, Justin, Justin, Justin. So after 15 minutes of him working on stuff over here on the far field, he jogs over. Because he gets it. He understands. He knows who he is. He understands he's a quarterback for the Chicago Bears. He understands he's the face of this franchise. He understands he's going to be one of the faces of the National Football League. He understands he's going to be a league MVP in the near future. He understands all this, and he understands the fans love him. He understands it. He gets it. He gets it. And he was there for a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes when I just walked, because I got him first. And then I walked, and as I was walking around, if you've been to Hallis Hall, you know what I'm talking about. We were by the 2 fields. The 2 fields right next to, or adjacent to Hallis Hall, not the 2 backfields by the Peyton Dome. And so when I came around, that's when I got Tevin after. Dude, this guy gets it, man. And for those haters, like I just don't understand what you're seeing, or if you just don't want a young black quarterback to succeed in Chicago. Could that be it? Because according to everybody else, Mr. Trubisky was the man. Mr. Trubisky was going to, oh my God, 6 touchdowns against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh my God, he's the next coming of Tom Brady, the next coming of Dan Fouts and Eric Coryell. But with Justin, oh, he's running too much. He's running too much. Well, explain to me the fourth best QBR since week 7. 7 to 17 or 8 to 17. 10 weeks of the season, he had the 4th best QBR in the NFL? Explain that to me if he's just a runner and he needs to work on his passing. Explain that to me, please. There's going to be no more material for people to use. And people are still going to, I told you, I showed you that clip again. Oh, man, that ball should have been a little more outside. Dude, it hit him in the outside chest. Literally dropped it in the bucket. Hits his outside, his right chest. He's going down the right sideline, his right pec. And it should have been outside more. What? No, man, what's up, Papa? Yeah, I think 3 should be good. I'll reach out to you. We're going out to dinner. I think we're heading to Arlington Heights. But I'm not sure what time we're going. So 3 o'clock should be pretty good. I'll hit you up. I look forward to it. But I'm telling you, this defense, this secondary, dude, they are some ballers. They're on one, man. I'm telling you, this secondary is on one this year. This defense is on one. And I know you don't have the generational talent at 3-tech like a Jalen Carter. Okay. We might not. Then again, we might. Terrell Lewis looked good in one-on-ones yesterday. One of the times in 7-on-7, he was it wasn't so what they were doing yesterday, it wasn't always ones versus ones. 1-0 would go against 2D or even 3D, and then 2-0 would go against number 1D. A lot. But Terrell Lewis got around. I was like, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Defensive line got around or got through. The first team D line got through. And I know they're playing against second team and third team offensive linemen. But that means that I like that. If you're the first team and you're not getting through second and third team offensive linemen, there's going to be a big problem. And we don't want no problems. So the fact that they were getting through second and third team offensive lines eased my mind. Dude, this Billings character is a freak. He is a freaking monster. He is a freaking monster. Dude, he is so wide. This guy is going to be a hell of a run stopper. And then we picked up another guy. We picked up a guy off of Carolina's, off of waivers. This is going to be, not use. Where is he at? I want to show you Billings. He's off to the side. And he's coming up. This is a mountain of a man to move. Look at that. Look at that. What the fudge crackers is that? That's crazy. Crazy. This defense was rocking and rolling yesterday. I loved it. This was a good day. But listen, let's take a quick break. All right. On the other side of the break, we have more sports conversation. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
At a time when the news seems as subjective as the partisan politics dividing this country, independent professional journalism has become the resource people need to get the honest and accurate information for their lives. That's why I created JQuittingReports.com. As a born and raised Chicagoan, I know this city better than anyone. So my investigative stories are all original, and they'll go deeper to expose the truth by using information obtained from public information databases and in-depth interviews with the movers and shakers. My future stories will introduce you to people and businesses who are changing the world, not just Chicago. My missing person stories will spotlight those who you don't hear about in the mainstream media who are often overlooked. If you want to hear my personal views on things around the world, check out my blog site, which is based off of factual information and my life experiences. There's also past episodes of my weekly sports podcast show, What's Up Cuz, that I host with my real-life cousin, Lance Urban. So if you're looking for all this information and more, check out jcoydenreports.com and follow me on Twitter at jcoyden.
Every day we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Garcia, two-time All-Star, including this year, leads off, 0-0.
And he strikes out swinging. It's his second strikeout so far for Schultz.
Another All-Star, it's Josh Young.
2-2. Strike 3 called. Young down looking.
Brings up Mitch Garver. He's catching tonight. 3-2 coming. Swing and a miss. He just struck out the side. 4 straight for Schultz.
Strike the 8th. Chapman's first offering. That one is blooped over third, drops in, base hit. So Vaughn going right after the fastball.
That's, as you saw those videos, that clip courtesy of NBC Sports. Oh, that was Bally's. Shoot, that was, God bless it. That was about it. That was about it for the highlights for the White Sox. That was it. That was all she wrote yesterday. All she wrote, baby. That was it. But I'm excited. I if I can get tickets for tomorrow, Bears practice tomorrow, I'll be there tomorrow. If not, I'll be there Sunday. I already have my ticket for Sunday for Family Fest at Soldier Field. I already have that. I'm excited. I want to sit up in the second level. You know, I just want a different view. I don't want to be, you know, in the 100 level. I want to be, you know, in the main concourse. I want to be up, looking down. It's easier for me as a coach. That's how I watch. I mean, I watch film. All right, you watch when you watch film, it's the, you know, it's always, you obviously look at it from above, and so I'm looking for that. I'm looking to see some things, and they're going to be bland on Sunday. They're going to be bland. I get it. All right, they're a lot of eyes, usually for a competitive advantage. Okay, I get it. That's cool. But it'll just be good to see. Just be good to have a whole bunch of people in and around Soldier Field for Bears practice, for Family Fest, like I was there last year. It'd be good. It'd be fun. Brandon, this is Sports Zone Chicago, not Sports Zone's, you know, cheaters. It'll just have that feel. It'll just be good to be around Bear fans. It'll be good to be around other people who are passionate about the Bears like you are. Like, I almost bought something. I had to make sure, like, you know what? I can't do it. I was in the gift store yesterday. And, you know, people make emotional buys all the time. They make emotional buys, especially when you're on vacation, you're at a concert, you're at a festival, you're somewhere. You make emotional buys. You want to remember this event, buy this t-shirt or this hat or this pendant or this keychain or this shot glass. But they have those one bamboo hats, those big wide brim bamboo hats that your coaches wear for training camp, you know, to block the sun out, keep the sun off the back of your neck, that whole nine. It's $50. And I'm like, man, it's only 50. And then they had bucket hats. You know, I like my bucket hats, man. I like my bucket hats. Those are 45. I'm like, all right, dude, I'm not spending $100 on two of these. I'll just get one. So what they did, see, they're slick. So on the big wide safari hats and on the bucket hat, they had different logos. They had the Bear logo, the one that you see up here in the right-hand corner. But they also had the B, the script B. So they had two different logos. And I was like, oh, and I love that B. I love it. I also love this logo too. I'm like, man. And then I saw the chains. I have to get a touchdown chain. I'm going to get a touchdown chain. I promise you, I'm going to get a touchdown chain. And one of these shows, I'm going to come on this show with that shit around my neck. After week 3, when they upset the Chiefs. Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud? Sorry. And I had to talk myself out of it. Like, no, you don't need this. You want it, but you don't need it. But man, and then I was at the DJ Moore camp that I worked. One of the coaches had that big safari, you know, the big straw hat. And I was like, hey man, I said, how is it? You know, is it comfortable, first of all? Does it block out the sun off the back of your neck? He's like, oh yeah. He goes, I highly suggest you invest in it. He goes, you'll enjoy it. I was like, damn. I was hoping to say, yeah, it's all right. Maybe a little expensive at Junior. You know what? Victory Monday chain. Wait a minute. That might be a good thing to do. I like it a lot. There you go, big dog. That might be my Victory Monday chain. That's nuts. That's funny. But we were talking. I'm like, it was with Herb and then Alex and Zach Pearson. And one of the guys was like, yeah, I don't, because I asked him, I said, what do you think? We're going to sign a DN. I'm like, there's just too many out there that are looking for work. Too many. And, they're saying, well, they want to wait till the draft next year. I'm like, no, I get it. I get it completely. But why stop? Why don't you give whoever's out there, give them a 2-year deal? So you'll have a legit pass rusher this year, a legit pass rusher next year, but then next year you're still going to make sure you draft one of those guys, whether it's a 3-tech or an end or both. You might, in your first 2-round picks, you might get a 3-tech and an end. Some people are saying Marvin Harrison Jr. That's a possibility as well. But, man, if DJ Moore comes out and shows out and one of the other two, either Darnell Mooney or Chase Claypool show out, well, there you go. There's your wide receiving core plus Tyler Scott. So you may not get or may not be as interested in Marvin Harrison Jr. at that point. Dude's a stud, but we'll see. We'll see. And I was saying, maybe they do get Houston. Maybe they do get Ngakoue. Maybe they do. Nice shirt. A lot of people play at 2-year deals. Maybe you want more. I don't know. But there will be the Bears will, I believe the Bears will sign someone before camp is up. Now, mind you, first playoff game is 10 days away. 10 days away. Got the Hall of Fame game tonight. Was it tonight? I thought it was tonight. I'll check and see exactly when it is. Or is it Thursday night? What day is? We got the NFL Hall of Fame game coming up. It could be Thursday or Friday. And once that happens, it's a done deal. There will be no more weekends without football. No more weekends without football. Oh. Okay, good. Tomorrow night. Yeah, it's Thursday night. That's it, baby. It's been a while. We've waited for it. We've anxiously we waited for it. Let's see, where's it playing on? It's NFL Network. Okay. It'll stream on Peacock or the NFL Plus. So I think I have Peacock. Tomorrow, it's it. Football season kicks off officially. The NFL season kicks off officially tomorrow. First preseason game. Are you going to be watching? Most likely I will. What's today? Tuesday, Wednesday? Why did I put that over there? And then lastly, before we get out of here, the U.S. women's national team had a rough, they stagger into the next round. All right. They beat Vietnam 3-0 in their first matchup. People are like, oh, man, the 3-peat is in full effect. Then they tied the Netherlands. That was a game that they should have won. They needed a tie or a win to advance. They advanced with a 0-0 tie. And let's just say it was lucky. They were lucky. They got past the goalie. And the Portugal, I don't know if it was forward or what, kicks it past the goalie and it hits the goalpost and bounces away. Otherwise, they would have lost. There's not as much energy, I don't think, around this team. They gotta get their act together. This team has 14 players who are making their first appearance in a World Cup. And 12 of them is their first big international tournament. So you talk about bright lights, big stage. It's understandable. I know you got a few people with names that we remember, that we know, but it's a lot younger team. I'm saying they're not good. Not saying they can't get their three-peat. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's different. And they have a lot of young people. I just mentioned a lot of them are in their first World Cup. So they play Sunday. It'll be on Fox. We just have to we're waiting for their opponent and the time. They'll be in Melbourne, Australia. I think it's in Melbourne if you're a local. Not Melbourne, Melbourne. Melbourne, Australia on Sunday. Who they play, what time it is, I don't have that information. I don't have that information. But they need to get focused because now you're in the knockout round. Lose and go home. That's simple. And that's why I love that. I love the Final Four. I love the playoffs, football games. You lose and you go home. It's that simple. One game. All or nothing. You know, that's why I love game sevens. This is it. Winner goes home. I mean, winner goes on, loser goes home. Can the women's U.S. national team get that three-peat? It's tough. It's tough. And everyone's gunning for you. When you're on top, everyone's gunning for you. Believe you me, I am well aware of that. They have a lot of turnover this year, a lot of younger players this year. Dennis Rodman's daughter is on the national team as well. Megan Rapinoe. I don't know why a lot of people don't like her, but whatever. I am really concerned about the women. I think it'd be great if we could win the third World Cup in a row. But truth be told, I really couldn't care less. I'm just saying. Cornelius, I am with you. I'm with you, Cornelius. I can't wait to see some NFL football. Man, I can't wait. Junior, I'm hopeful for them, but I can't stand Rapinoe. She was saying they need to let transgender players on the team. She can't get off her agenda. Well, physically, they can't do that. They shouldn't do that. You shouldn't allow women who've gone to trans and be physically more powerful than your opponents. That don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. But anyway, they play Sunday. Listen, if you guys have any tickets for tomorrow that you're not going to use for training camp, that is, please let me know. If I can have them, that'd be great. I'm going to post another post on Facebook and Twitter. That'd be dope. Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Oh, that'd be dope. I'll get my fix. But man, 2 hours is come and gone. Whew. Wow. Got a lot in today. Cubs talk, Sox talk, Bears talk, U.S. women's national team talk. A lot was going on the trade deadline. Houston, they got Justin Verlander, just what they need. They're already good. Insane. Hope we were able to entertain you here at Sports Zone Chicago. So I want to thank Elliot Baez, my executive producer. My guy Steve, our producer guy, gets me my clips. I appreciate it. Clarence Connard, my man who gets me posts all our social media content. And of course, my co-host in absentia, Maya Kai. All of us hope that you've had a wonderful, enjoyable time. Cornelius, I appreciate it. Armando, thank you, Papa. Great, awesome show today. Thank you. Cornelius, great show as usual. Thank you, sir. Where'd you go? So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, we appreciate the love. No shows on tonight. However, I am going to rebroadcast this today at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock this afternoon, I'll rebroadcast this show. So if you missed it at any particular point, you can watch it. And it's encore at 3 o'clock. All right. So I will do that. So listen, we're going to take a 46-hour break. And on the other side of the break, we'll see you on Friday. TGI Mickey Friday. All right. Enjoy your loved ones, folks. Enjoy the weather. It's only supposed to be the low to mid 80s, cooler by the lake. Enjoy it. Get out there, walk. Spend time with your loved ones. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I will see you on Fridays, ladies and gentlemen, and all my in the struggle. And we are gone. Where'd you go? Here we go.